Hey, we're here with Joe. Plays guitar within the ruins. How are you, man?
I'm great. I'm great. Good to be here.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing that you are here. Obviously, let's get the obvious out of the way.
Yeah.
You guys, the very beginning, headed out to the tour, flipped the van. Amazingly, you were all okay.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that a little bit? Or?
Sure. I mean, it was, we got home from Europe. We did like 28 days in Europe with, I flew home. We were home for a day. We left the next day to start the drive to California. We made it as far as, like, it happened around Erie, Pennsylvania. It was just a freak thing. We've driven through snow, ice, mountains. Been touring for like 8 years, you know, we're pretty familiar with driving in shit weather, but it was 10 in the morning and half of us were sleeping, woke up to, you know, oh shit, and then just started rolling, and it was crazy, man. When we landed, you know, we all sounded off, everyone good, yep, climbed out in the middle of the highway there, a couple people stopped to help, stood outside for 15-20 minutes till the ambulance, police came and all that shit, and booked it to a hotel, and then we were stuck there for the weekend. And I don't know, man, there's not too much more. It's just, it was what it was.
I mean, it's pretty scary because, I mean, we've seen so many bands kind of go through some of the same things.
Yeah.
And, you know, maybe not come out as unscathed as you guys,
absolutely.
You know, obviously, so.
We're very lucky,
and the support that you guys have received, I mean, you know, you can still go on GoFundMe and help you guys out, which I encourage everybody to do, but you guys reached your goal in a day.
I know, it was amazing. We can't thank the fans and everyone that supported us enough. I mean, it was pretty incredible. We didn't know what to expect, but we were in just a bad place, you know, starting with the drive, and you know, we lost the van and trailer and half of our, you know, gear and stuff, and it was like, wow, what do we do?
Yeah.
It's tough to come up with enough money on the spot to just rental van, new trailer, recover, and still make it to the tour. So that we wouldn't have been able to do it without that, with everyone's support.
Yeah. So I guess shout out to the metal community.
Absolutely.
You know, for what, you know, they do for everybody.
Absolutely.
We see it all the time, not just wrecks, but, you know, people unfortunately get their stuff stolen and everything, and they're always there. But let's go to the new release, Phenomena.
Sure.
One of the things I kind of saw is that one of your influences was Gojira.
I think I might have, Tim or I might have mentioned them as an kind of like vocally.
Okay.
We were impressed with the new Gojira album. We were stoked about it.
Okay.
It's got some of that like melodic screaming and stuff you can understand a little bit more.
Yeah.
So from a vocal standpoint, we took some influence from that. We tried.
Yeah.
But
and you guys are trying to like maybe stretch out a little bit. You're saying like your 1-tune calling card was a little bit different for you. How did you come about that as a band to say, okay, we're ready to kind of maybe step out of our box a little bit, and maybe?
We try to let it naturally happen every album, and usually it does. I mean, we gave it some time in between our 2010 and 13 release, and that was like just gave ourselves some time to grow and kind of like, we just weren't ready to write something that, you know, it sucks writing stuff that sounds the same.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's tough not to, but we're fans of metal and music just as much as we are writers and composers, and so we like to find interesting bands and hear fresh sounding stuff, and so I think it kind of overflows into the writing and stuff, because we like to do the same with writing. We like to put out something that's different and interesting, and you also got to do it to stay relevant too, because there's so many bands out there. It's so oversaturated. So we just feel strongly about being as unique as we can and refreshing, you know.
You guys had a fair, I mean, in terms of you know, record, tour, you know, the whole cycle of things in a fairly short time to kind of put together between, you know, Elite and this record.
Yeah.
You know, like, did you feel the pressure, or did you feed off of it?
Both. Yeah, we didn't expect to do Phenomena that early, but we ended up having like a whole winter off for some reason. And so the label suggested, and the management were like, hey, let's just do another album. Let's put one out next year. And yeah, at first it was like, no way, never gonna happen, no way. And then I don't know, we just we got together, and I started doing production on it in my own studio, which I've never really done before. And I tracked and engineered most of the album at my place. So doing it on our own was cool because we were all local, just in our own spot, on our own time. And once we got going, it was just like, boom, the songs were coming out. It just felt good. And yeah, I mean, working under pressure helps me personally. So
yeah,
if I have like a year deadline to get something done, I'll just, you know, that's how I am.
Right. One of the things that I heard you quoted on, you said that people move on too quickly in the genre. Kind of that, you know, it's hard to kind of make a living in this and kind of the grind and so forth. How do you guys, you know, within the Ruins, kind of keep that together?
I mean, I think, not to say that we don't have loyal and like awesome fans that have been around and still are around and are still into us. I just think like there's so many new bands coming out that's like 1 month this is the thing, and then this, it's not even like over a span of a year or so now. Sometimes it's like this is the new thing for a month or 2 months, and then another band, and it's like just longevity is the only way you know, to be able to keep doing this. So we've been doing it for a little while, I think, and we're not that new of a band. So you just got to keep at it, and just you do have to take into account and just kind of know your fan base and know what people want to hear too. You know, we're not going to change it up and do some like half-ass rock and roll album all of a sudden. It's like,
right,
yeah.
So, you are what you are.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So this tour wraps up in a few weeks. What's next?
It's really up in the air. We're kind of waiting on the summer. We've done Summer Slaughter, you know, a couple years in a row. So it's up in the air as far either, you know, if we get a decent tour, we'll do that. If not, we're going to take the time to write again. And we have some stuff planned for the end of the year, and so it wouldn't be a terrible thing if we had summer off. We've been on the road since basically Phenomena came out, and I'm actually excited to get back to writing and stuff. So so far, as of now, that's the plan.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, we wish you continued safe travel.
Absolutely.
You're headed west at some point here. You're going to end up west, so that's good. So stay warm.
Absolutely.
And man, have a great set tonight. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys again.
Cool. Thank you, man.
All right, man.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.